All right, y'all. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my January 2019 budget. So on this top section that is in green that you see is actually my paycheck. So it's my income. Unfortunately, something got kind of messed up with my paycheck this month, and I didn't get paid on the 15th. So my entire check actually comes on December 31st, so I've already looked and I can already see what my whole paycheck is, and that number is right there, and that's what I'm going to be basing my budget off of. So in red are my expenses, and I personally don't have a lot of expenses because I do live with my parents, and that's a huge blessing, and I'm very thankful that I have that. However, I know I won't have it forever, so I'm really trying to take care of my debt now while I have the advantage of not having a ton of bills. So my first payment that I have is my Great Lakes minimum payment. Because that loan is actually in my parents' name, it did not go into deferment when I started grad school, so I do still make the monthly minimum payment on that. My Nelnet account, which is what I currently am snowballing because those are my smallest debts, I do not have a minimum payment because they went into deferment, but I'm putting my entire snowball towards a specific loan in that chunk of loans. And then this ECSI loan is another loan that I have, and that also went into deferment because I'm a grad student and I'm a full-time student. So I'm not making minimum payments on that because I would rather see the money go to my snowball. It's kind of like a rob Peter to pay Paul situation, but as far as gaining traction goes, that $50 is really good for my snowball right now because my minimum payment there is $50. And I'm really okay with that because I know probably by the end of 2019 or early 2020, that debt's going to be gone anyway. Next, I have to make a tuition payment. My tuition is broken down into 4 payments, and my first installment is $1,750, and that is just so painful to pay all that money to tuition when I really could be paying it to debt instead. However, I'm going to be a full-time student in the spring of 2019 because I will be graduating in May 2019 because I only have 5 classes left, which is, what is that, 15 credits, I think. So I have 15 credits left, and I am going to just finish those this spring semester instead of prolonging my graduation. Next is my Apple Music. I do get the student, they do like a student discount or something, and I get that. So I'm pretty sure it's $6, but I honestly couldn't tell you because this is my first time budgeting, a real budget that I'm actually sticking to. Next is my Hulu, which is $1, and I did that when Hulu did that Black Friday deal, 99 cents for a year, so I budgeted $1. And all of these ones will be coming, all of these expenses come straight out of my account. I don't pay them, they just are auto drafted. Next is Amazon Prime, which is not a huge need, but I do have the student discount. I actually think I might still have my last month of the free trial, but once again, I'm not sure, so I budgeted for it this month. If there's anything extra, I will just put it towards my next debt. Next is my Planet Fitness membership. I do pay $10 a month to go to Planet Fitness. Not expensive, but it is a gym. These next 3 categories are actually going to be my cash envelopes for the month. So my first is my eating out budget. I do live with my parents, so sometimes I do like to go eat out so I don't have to do everything with my mom and dad all the time, which I love them so, so, so much, but I am 24 and sometimes I just want to go hang out with my friends. Next is groceries and gas. My parents, as part of me living at home, and they know I'm on this debt-free journey, they have gifted me groceries and gas basically, so they pay for my gas and groceries, but occasionally I find myself without their gas credit card, or I need to stop and pick up some groceries because my mom usually does the grocery shopping. But if I'm on my way home from work or something and they need me to pick something up, I will just pick it up for them, and I just budget $30 for that just in case I need it. But next is my fun slash personal money, and I give myself $50 a month. Honestly, I'm going to see how it goes. Like I said, I've never done a true written zero-based budget before, so we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping that's going to be plenty. If it's not enough. I don't really want to up it because I would rather have that money go to debt. I just need to learn how to say no. Next are my sinking funds. So this year I'm going to do a Christmas/gift sinking fund as well as a travel sinking fund. Because I'm really trying to pay off this loan this month, I am not putting any towards either sinking fund. And finally, in this purple category are my total expenses for the month, which is just the sum of everything in red. And my snowball payment is actually negative right now because I did not put the money in that is currently in my bank account because this is my first budget. I actually have a savings in my bank account and I'm going to add that in, which is going to be so sad to delete my savings, which is my savings is totally different than my emergency fund. This is just money that I've had in my bank account because I just haven't put it to debt yet. So I did just check that number out and I'm actually going to add that in. And as you can see, my snowball payment went up a ton. So this is bottom line. This is what I'm going to be putting towards my student loans, which is more than enough to pay off my first loan, which has about an $1,800 balance left on it. And I'm going to pay that off and then put that other $800 towards more debt. It's going to go towards the next smallest loan that I have, which I also think is just a little bit above the $2,000 mark. And then as you can see on the other side here, I have put my actual budget. So when this Hulu comes out of my account, I'll make it like 0.99 and kind of see how far off I am on my budget. And then when I go to make my next month's budget, I'm going to base it on this and see what I do and see what I need to change. And I'll probably put some like little notes in here to say what I did good, what I need to improve on, and maybe some suggestions, maybe some additional sinking funds. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. This is my first ever budget.